Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome along. I'm driving my 2024 Tesla Model Y. Right now I'm going to Southland Mall in Hayward, and it's been raining non-stop. As you can see, the roads are wet, the car's wet, and it's very cloudy, so it might start raining again. The roads are extremely wet. The idea was I wanted to film a video of how Tesla's full self-driving performs in rain, but right now it stopped raining and the roads are wet. So while going there, I'm gonna use full self-driving and show you guys how it performs under conditions where roads are wet, it's slippery, and hopefully while driving back while driving back, maybe it's raining. If it is, I'll turn the full self-driving on again. It is sprinkling a little bit, as you can see, so it's not raining heavy. And let's go ahead and turn on the autopilot, which Tesla calls full self-driving, FSD. So there we go, full self-driving. As you can see here, I got a notification. It says autopilot visibility limited, clear all dirt, debris, and obstructions. Since I was staring at the screen for like more than 3-4 seconds, I got that beep notification to pay attention on the road. There's a camera right here that keeps an eye on my eye, no pun intended. So if I'm staring at the screen, or I'm staring at my mobile phone, or I'm looking left and right for way too long, more than any normal person would while driving, then it reminds me like, hey, pay attention to the road. All it wants me to do is just pay attention on the road. As you see, when you turn on the full self-driving, the auto wipers turn on. Auto wipers are terrible. Sometimes they're okay, but most of the time they're just terrible. Like, it'll be sprinkling like few drops of rain here and there. You see what it's doing, left and right? You see what it did? So when it's not raining, it performs really good. And from now on, I'm gonna let you enjoy the video, less commentary. We're gonna take the ramp and we'll be on southbound I-680 here in East Bay. And you enjoy the video, you see how the video performs. When I get close to Southland Mall, I will disengage full self-driving, because I'm actually not going to Southland Mall, I'm going somewhere close by, and just for the purpose of privacy. I've entered Southland Mall in navigation right here. So it's pretty smart. The lane on the right, so there are two ramps up ahead. If you're in the right lane, then you have to take the ramp for 680 northbound, which is this way. And I don't want to take that. I want to take I-680 southbound, which is this way, which goes like this and then south. Northbound goes like this and then north. So if you want to take the I-680, you have to be in this lane. It switched over. See, the wipers are still turning on here and there. Probably just to get rid of the splash from the vehicles up ahead. But you can see I'm not touching in any way. And my feet are not even on gas pedal, accelerator or brake. Sometimes it does make mistakes, and in my experience it makes way more mistakes when the weather conditions are not optimal, like right now, because full self-driving in Tesla is camera based, so visibility is the key factor here. I don't consider full self-driving as full self-driving. I don't even know why they call it, because it's not full self-driving. I would say it's like half of the time self-driving, you kind of thing. Like if I'm driving to LA, I will use it for 95% of the time, and here and there 5%. Taking the ramp off for a gas station to get snacks or something, I'll just drive myself. But it helps big time. Once you get used to it, there's no going back, trust me. So we're on the freeway, pretty smooth. As you can see, you saw that guy on the right, the pickup truck, just got off the freeway, this one. And in full self-driving in the new software update, so you see the self-driving here, and right underneath, I don't know if you can see it, there are different profile modes. I'm using the hurry mode. Let's switch to, let's keep it hurry. Hurry mode drives faster than usual, but it goes with the flow of the traffic, so you're not going to be the fastest one. There will be like all vehicles like faster than you. So it's trying to change lanes. You see what happened? It wobbled. It tried to change lane, and it went back, and then did again. There's a highway patrol in the far left lane. I would say it's very reliable, but if you're new to full self-driving in Tesla, you have to be more alert, because when I got this Tesla and I got full self-driving, it was making a lot of mistakes, but then you get used to it, then you start to get to know the full self-driving, if that makes sense. So you'll know where to expect Tesla to make mistakes. It's getting better. With version 14, it got way better. Now if there's like any potholes or something on the road, it will try to maneuver around. And one of the best features I like is if there's like an emergency vehicle, like fire truck, ambulance with the red and blue lights on, it will automatically pull over or make room for that emergency vehicle. That's very cool. See, it did that? There was like a kind of like a pothole, and just did this, just went around it. Pretty cool. One of the things I do not like, I'm going to talk about the things I like and don't like is, and then one of the things I don't like is whenever Tesla has to take an exit, like even if we have to take an exit like in 2 miles, right? Then it will either be in the middle lane or the far left lane driving, however it's driving. And then when we're like 0.5 miles away from that ramp, that's when it will try to go over all the way to the rightmost lane to take that exit. And trust me, a lot of times it has missed that exit. It happens a lot, because sometimes a lot of times freeways are packed, especially during busy hours, work hours, and people, they don't let you merge and they don't let you switch lanes. In that case, it just misses the exit, go straight, take the next exit, make a U-turn, come back, and then take the exit. So what I do is, if I feel like it's in the far left lane and the exit is like under 1 mile, I just disable full self-driving and switch over. See, it's 0.5 miles and it's trying to change the lane, but even though right now there's no one there, it's just having a hard time doing it. I don't know why. Probably because there might be some water residue on the camera lenses. It finally did. At this point, I believe people do know, whenever it's Tesla like taking forever to change lane, that the driver is using self-driving. That's just what I think. See, now it changed lane fast, and this is the ramp we want to take. So it changed 2-3 lanes in the last half mile. Luckily there was no traffic. Even so, it took quite a long time to change lanes over. We are taking this ramp. That's a Tesla dealership right there. But as you can see, so overall, I love it. I absolutely love it. I use full self-driving a lot. I would say more than 90% of the time, if I have to guess. And actually, in your Tesla, if you have the version 14 of full self-driving software or above, then you can see for how much percentage of the time are you using full self-driving ever since you got that update, not from day one. So you go here, and then you click on autopilot. So ever since I got the version 14, I've been using 65% of the time. That's ever since I got version 14, which was like a couple weeks ago. But I use it a lot. That percentage should go up as I use it more. Oh, there's a truck splashing a lot of water. I would expect Tesla to change lane. It's trying to. The blinker is on. I maybe at this point go. See, now it's not using wiper. It totally makes sense to use wiper right now. So still trying to change lane. So it went over the median and then it came back. It went over the lane markings. It did it twice. So at this point, I'm gonna turn the wiper on because I feel like Tesla's having a hard time without the wiper. So I did. See, now it's better. You see what happened? I think it was having a hard time switching lanes. It went over the lane markings like 2-3 times and then came back. Probably because the windshield was wet. And at that point of time, it should have turned the wiper on, but I know I said like there'll be less commentary while driving, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just talk while I'm driving there, and I'm going to film another video while driving back. That video I will stay quiet, put music, and let you guys observe how it's driving. Hopefully it rains then. I think it's going to, but let's see. Okay, you can enjoy the rest of the video now. Everything's being filmed in 4K and I will upload in 4K. Hopefully it's clear. And if you're wondering what kind of camera I'm using, this guy is DJI Osmo Action 5, my favorite action camera of all time, period. And I have a DJI Mic Mini on my jacket. That's how I'm talking, and it's getting recorded because DJI Mic Mini can link up to your DJI camera. You don't need any additional dongle. It's just inbuilt. Very, very good. Overall, it does a good job. It just, you have to be alert. You cannot, like I said, even though they call it full self-driving, they say it's supervised. Like right after FSD, which stands for full self-driving, they write the word supervised in parentheses, which means like it's not full self-driving. That's why I think there was some news I read online that DMV wants Tesla to update their marketing and not call it full self-driving or something, because that's kind of misleading. I just read online. I'm not making any claims. That could be totally true or not. I don't know. So, but yeah, in my opinion, this doesn't seem like it's full self-driving. It's self-driving, yes, but not full. Regardless, very, very convenient. We're going to Vegas in a few days for Christmas, and I'm going to be using self-driving most of the times. See, there's water on the windshield, and now it's, even though the auto wipers are on, it's not turning it on. And sometimes, like I said, even if there's no water, it will just turn the wipers on. I guess maybe to get rid of the debris or something that's blocking the camera, because right behind this camera, I think there's some camera modules here, and there's some cameras on the left side of the door, right side, the rear camera. And one of the coolest things that I forgot to mention is if there's a motorcycle behind me, in California, lane splitting is allowed, so they will sneak up behind you and then they will pass by you like this. Usually people, if they're alert, they will just maneuver around, just get to the right side of the lane markings in your lane to give them space as a courtesy. And if you are not paying attention, you don't, which is, okay. But Tesla does it itself because it has eyes in the back too at all times. So whenever you want to go somewhere, if you haven't used full self-driving, then all you do is it has a built-in GPS navigation system which is powered by Google. It says Google right there, so it's very reliable. You just type in the address where you're trying to get to, and it will start the navigation. And then you can drive a little bit and then push the stroke down once. Hold on. I'm gonna put phone on the side because I don't know why. I have the do not disturb mode on still. It was showing like someone leaving voicemail. And I don't want to show numbers on the video, right? But anyways, it's interesting. In case you're wondering how much self-driving is, I just call it self-driving. I'm not calling it full self-driving. At the time of filming this video, today is December 22nd, 2025. And as of today, I'm paying $99 plus tax, which comes out to be like close to $110, $108, $109 something after tax a month subscription. or you can pay $8,000 last time I checked. That price can change at any time. So whenever you're watching this video, check it. Might be lower, might be more. In the past it was like 15,000 and they lowered it. So they keep going back and forth on it. But I have the subscription model because if you pay $8,000 or whatever the price is for full self-driving, you're buying the software pretty much for the life of your vehicle. And one of the downsides is, in that case, if you do that, the full self-driving will be linked to your vehicle. In the future, if you so happen to sell your vehicle, you're also selling the full self-driving alongside. And if you get the subscription, you can pretty much get the subscription whenever you want, and whenever you want to get rid of it, you can get rid of it. So I guess both have their pros and cons, but for me, subscription makes more sense. Let me know in the comment section below if you like the full self-driving, and if you do, and if you have a Tesla or you plan on buying a Tesla, are you going to buy the full self-driving software, or would you rather subscribe? And like I said, this is a 2024 Model Y. So this is the latest model with the OG look, you can say, before the refresh. And this one has hardware 4. So I'm pretty much future-proof for at least a few more years to come in terms of full self-driving. At 80%, I get about 228 miles range approximately. So you see here, we have to take this exit in 1 mile and it's still in this lane. And here, a lot of vehicles try to take this exit, so it gets crowded, it gets jam-packed way like a mile before, 2 miles before the exit. So as you can see, they're coming up, there are a lot of vehicles. But usually in the past here, self-driving has done a pretty good job. But let's see. It says 0.7 miles, see, it's still not changing lane. The moment it hits 0.5 miles, it's gonna turn the blinker on and it's gonna try to get into one of those lanes. Let's see. So 0.5 miles, now let's see, it should turn the blinker on at any point of time, hopefully. Let's see. Maybe it's looking at the vehicles, try to find a gap, and then, well, it hasn't yet, but it has to take this exit. So another thing you can do is, if you feel like Tesla's not going fast enough and you want to help Tesla, you can press the accelerator and then the car will speed up even while on full self-driving. But you have to let it go. Like, you can give it a little nudge, which I haven't done so far. I do it on stop signs because when self-driving stops on stop sign, the stop is way too long for my liking. I like to come to a complete stop for a good 1 second, maybe 1 or 2 Mississippis, no more than 2 Mississippis. And I think Tesla stopped for like 3 or 4 Mississippis. That's too long. So I give it a little nudge after coming to a complete stop. And I look around. You still have to be alert even though you're sitting on the driving seat and using full self-driving. I think it boils down to the biggest benefit of self-driving being getting less fatigue. That's one of the biggest benefits. Just less fatigue, especially on long trips, or like when I drive to work. I go on site a few days, and in San Francisco, and traffic is really bad. Like, it takes me like 1.5 hours, 2 hours one way, and I use self-driving like most of the time. So here in 2.2 miles, we have to take this exit. What I normally do is around here, I disable full self-driving, because what Tesla's going to do is it's going to try to go into one of those fast lanes, and traffic is crazy here. Then it will come back. But I prefer to stay in either the rightmost lane or second to the right, because the exit is super close. So if you want to disable self-driving, there are a few ways you can do it. Either you can just grab the steering wheel and then turn it a little bit, and then that will disengage full self-driving, and then it will show a pop-up like, why did you disable full self-driving? At that point, you can press this button, this dial, just press it in, and you can record a message that will be sent to Tesla engineers, like if you encountered a mistake, so they can make future versions, future updates better and fix those problems. So I'm gonna tap brake a little bit. See, I did. You see autopilot disengage. What happened? See, based on the traffic condition, if self-driving was driving in the far left lane in the fast lane and it has to take the exit in about half a mile, this kind of traffic and this kind of road conditions, I think it's going to be very difficult. And it has, I'm not just saying it, it has messed up. That's one of the biggest peeves I have, or issues I have with full self-driving. I always get worried, like whenever there's an exit coming up, especially on the freeway and there's traffic. If there's no traffic, usually it's fine, but if there's like very heavy traffic, most of the time people are very nice, they will let you merge in. But you know, sometimes you will come across people who just don't want anyone to cut them off. So I don't know why they do it, but I mean, they do it, unfortunately. And that's when Tesla doesn't have road rage, so neither do I. So you know, Tesla just backs off because safety is always first in full self-driving. Alright guys, I'm gonna take this exit. The moment I take this exit, I'm gonna stop filming. Alright guys, I took the exit, so as you can see, I used full self-driving for most of the time, and then like a mile back I took over. Alright guys, welcome back. That's Southland Mall and I'm going back home. I'm driving right now. It's not raining at the moment. I checked the weather report, it's supposed to rain in the evening. So what I'm going to do is, right now it shows about 33 minutes to get home. I'm going to go into settings and scroll down and see if I can avoid highways. And then let's see how long it takes. If it's going to take too long, then I probably won't do it. Oh, okay. So initially it was going to take 33 minutes and now it shows about 37 minutes. So I think I'll do it, because internal roads are going to be more scenic. Alright. So last time we turned the self-driving on by pushing the stoke down once. Another way you can turn it on is by clicking Start Self-Driving button on the screen right there. So go ahead and click it, and there we go. So you tried to change the lane, you see what happened? It went over the lane marking and came back. So that's been happening ever since I got the update, version 14 update. In version 13 it wasn't happening, so I have my own theories. At first I thought like maybe the windshield isn't clear and that's why it's happening. I'm not sure if that's the case, but right now, because as you can see, windshield is very clear. And another reason I thought this might be happening is probably because, I might be wrong again, because in version 14 Tesla added a pothole avoidance feature. So if there's like a pothole or something, I think when it's trying to change the lane, it sees like something that looks like a pothole and it tries to change lane and then avoid it. But why does it always do it whenever it's trying to change the lane? It happens like a lot. So it's in the lane and it will turn the blinker on either left or right, and then when it goes over the lane markings to cross into another lane, then it will go like over a little bit, and then sometimes it will wobble. You can see the steering wheel like wobble left and right and then come back. Sometimes it will just go over like halfway and then come back and then go again. And sometimes it does it like 2 or 3 attempts. So I'm not sure why this is happening. And I do have another theory, and in my experience, I've noticed there's a guy in this pickup truck wants to make a U-turn. He's asking for permission. Very cool. Okay. My theory is like once you start driving, and that's when you turn on the self-driving, usually performs better versus if you're in the traffic, like 6-lane freeway or something, you turn it on, then for like first 1 minute it will make some mistakes. But these are all just theories based on my experience. And we're gonna take the internal roads. So we drove here with hurry profile, like under self-driving, And then you can either tap on hurry if you want to change the profile, or you can just use this dial and scroll down. So now it's standard. So I'm going to drive back in standard mode. Kind of like give you a tour. I live in San Ramon and we're in Hayward right now. It looks pretty because it was raining. It was pouring all night and the roads are wet. It looks nice. I like the feeling you get right after it rains and how the road looks. But anyways, this video is about Tesla's full self-driving. So as you can see, full self-driving is on. Signal turned green, the car's driving. And you can go, like I showed you, you can go into navigation and you can select avoid highways if you don't want to take highway. Sometimes I prefer that. Sometimes I like the internal roads. The views are nice. And I just prefer it sometimes. You just, you know. And especially if the difference between taking freeway or not taking freeway is not more than 5-7 minutes. If it's like huge, then obviously I'm going to take freeway. My college is over there. I don't know if you can see it. You see all these hills? So on the hill on the right side, Cal State East Bay. This is a Tesla Model X, and I can tell they're not using full self-driving. Like once you're using full self-driving a lot, like you can tell if any other Tesla owner is using full self-driving as well. Yep. Okay, when you see the blinker is on and Tesla is taking forever to change lane, you know what's up, right? Yeah. Looks so pretty. And another thing about Model Y is I have a Model Y, and at the moment I have a Toyota Prius Prime, which is incredibly good on gas. It gets me like more than 500 miles on one full tank of gas. But yeah, Model Y is way more spacious. That's one of the reasons why we got it. It's very cozy, comfortable, good family car. We got the 5-seater version. Let me know in the comment section below, guys, if you want to see something else. I'm going to join these two videos together. So me driving here using full self-driving, and then this should be part of the same video, an extension, me driving back using self-driving for most of the time. So while I'm trying to keep these videos like different from each other in the sense, I was expecting while driving back it'll be raining, so you know video will be different. We drove here when it's not raining, sprinkling a little bit, and driving back in the rain. Since that's not happening, so I decided to take the internal roads. So it's a little different, it's not the same thing, and you can see full self-driving in action while driving back on internal roads. Yep, if you want me to show you something else, test something else out, let me know. If you can click on this car icon and click on autopilot, this is where you can select all the autopilot features. And as you can see, ever since the version 14 update, I have 983 self-driving miles. Alright, so this is pretty confusing. So right after this green traffic signal, you see here when we go past, these two lanes on the left are left only. And if you're new here, you're probably going to end up being in those lanes. On a working day, today's a working day, but like during busy hours, this is very packed. If you're in that lane, in one of those left lanes, you're stuck there. A lot of time people don't even let you come here. You can sometimes, but it's just very difficult, especially for someone who's new. And knowing that you want to be in this lane is pretty incredible to me. And that's what Tesla did right now. It's in this lane because even when you go straight, the lane on the left will turn left. You'll see, I can see it from here. So it could have been in this lane too, on the left lane, and then moved over, but if it's in this lane, then it'll just keep going straight. So see that lane on the left, it will become left only at this traffic signal, and we gotta go straight. That's a beautiful church over there. It's called All Saints Catholic Church. Looks amazing. Looks nice. Very nice. See, it stops. And the way it stops and drives off, it's very smooth. It almost feels like a human being is driving. A human being who's perfect at driving, or near perfect. So we're going through Hayward and we're going to San Ramon using internal roads. Okay, it shows home here, right? Okay, that's perfect. Obviously I don't want to show my house address in the video, right? See, the left signal turned green, that car went. This guy's still here. That guy's waiting. That guy's gonna turn. Now it turned green for us. Our guy's gonna go. Our guy's going. Our guy means, this guy. So. See, that guy's gonna turn right. It's a blinker on. Slows down. Very smooth. The way it slows down, it's not. I don't feel any jerks. And we're gonna leave for Vegas in a couple of days. I'm really excited to use it while driving. I'm not gonna make a video of full self-driving while driving to Vegas. I already made one video of me driving to LA using full self-driving because this is a family trip and I don't want to keep filming. I'll enjoy the trip. I can film snippets here and there, but yeah. See, this is a yield sign and it has to go that way. Yield means just, if someone's passing by, they have the right of way. Well, I'm still looking around. There's a car coming from the right side. I saw it and Tesla saw it too and it stopped. Very cool. Very cool. Because whenever I use self-driving, I'm always alert. Like I'm looking everywhere, So this is stop sign. So it came to a complete stop. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and 4 Mississippi. That's what I was telling you. Right now it had to stop for 4 Mississippi because there were vehicles at the intersection. But even if there are no vehicles, it stops for good like 3 to 4 Mississippis. So if I'm the only one at the intersection at a stop sign, after coming to a full stop, I'll press the accelerator and give it a little nudge. We have to turn right, and I believe the vehicle in front of me got to go straight or left. They don't have their blinker on. You can turn right at a red solid light, but you have to come to a full stop before the crosswalk, and then you can look around, make sure it's safe to turn, and then you can turn. That's the right way. You can't just slow down and turn right. I see a lot of people do that, but that's not how you want to do it. At a solid green, like if you're going straight, fine. People who are turning, they have to yield to you. That's why that car was yielding. Over there. Look at this. This is just so pretty. I love driving on internal roads, especially after it rains. Everything looks so clean. The air feels clean. Well, air is very clean here anyways, but still. Love it. Love it. There's a Gurdwara here. It's an Indian Sikh temple that I go to sometimes. It's on the right side. We're in Hayward, California. So I'm experimenting with these videos. If you want me to test self-drive in a different situation or go someplace, let me know. I can drive. I'm okay driving, I think, pretty much anywhere in California. I mean, if it's far away and people want to see it, I'll drive there on the weekend, make a video. I have lots of friends in LA, so that'll be fun. I already made a video, but if you want me to, or someplace else, let me know. Or in a different situation in the city, like driving to Southland Mall from San Ramon, I use Freeway, sprinkling, wet roads. I use full self-driving. One perspective, right? Now there's a second perspective. Roads are still wet, and we're taking internal roads, so different perspective. I really want to make a video of using full self-driving in the rain. It's a mess. And when I get to my home, I park in the garage outside. It has like those lane markings, and I use the auto park feature. But in this morning when I came back after getting coffee, I was trying to park and it won't let me park. It was showing me a prompt here saying auto park disabled, camera quality degraded or something, and as it turns out there was water droplets on the camera, on the rear camera, so I wasn't able to see properly. So if it's raining, then full self-driving it degrades a lot to the point like you would rather just drive it yourself. And I haven't tested full self-driving in snow. Going to Vegas, sometimes we see snow while driving to Vegas into Tehachapi. That's like halfway. And even in Vegas, if you go to Lee Canyon, which is like 40 minutes drive, 50 minutes drive tops. In Vegas, that's where you can see snow. And I just want to test full self-driving in snow. If we can drive while it's snowing, that'll be even better. But I am tracking snow, so today's like December 22nd. So I'm tracking snow. See? There was a truck stop here. It turned left, used the blinker, and I was using the right blinker, and it just maneuvered around it. Very, very cool. Then up ahead at that traffic signal, it has to turn right. It's not supposed to cross these solid lines. Sometimes it does cross these solid lines, but it's not supposed to. So here we have the dotted lines, so now we can cross over. There's no one in the bike lane. We have the green arrow for traffic turning right. It turned yellow, so it stopped. Come to a full stop, and now I'm giving a little nudge. You see, I gave it a little nudge after coming to a full stop, and we turned because I feel like we could have turned because all other traffic were stopped. Otherwise, Tesla would have just stopped there and let other people pass, which is okay. But since everyone else hasn't started driving, and we already came to a full stop, so see. First, it tried to go chain lanes, and then it's like, you know what, never mind, I came back, and then it was like, you know what, let's just do it, my bad. This is a ramp for I-580 East, this one on the right towards Stockton. What is this? This is the Castro Valley Boulevard here. Okay, this road across is this is East Castro Valley Boulevard, and we are on Crow Canyon Road. Crow Canyon Road is very pretty. After like 5 minutes, you can see like there's gonna be like hills, where you're gonna feel like you're in the woods, and you're gonna see some pretty houses there too. So I like the view. You'll see what I mean. I hope you guys are having fun, enjoying the ride with me. So in 0.3 miles, it's gonna turn right on Crow Canyon. Is it like a right turn, or is it seems like it's not a right turn. I think two roads are merging, so it just, just merging, and it thinks it's a right turn, but it's not really a turn. You'll see. We're almost there. This white dot is where it thinks it's gonna turn right. This part. This is a turn. Yeah, you can call it a turn. I won't call it a turn. I mean, I will just call it going straight. Let's test this. This is perfect. Traffic signal, red light is blinking. In the US, in the state of California, if the traffic signal is blinking, red light is blinking, you have to treat it as a stop sign. You have to come to a full stop, look around, make sure it's safe to go, and when it's your turn, you pass. See? It's going to come to a full stop. I'm not doing anything. Full stop 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. It came to a full stop for 2 Mississippi. Very good. Very happy. Good job. Very happy. Good job. Good job. And it's just amazing. Like I said, it's most of the time it's amazing. It does the job. Once you start using it, you cannot live without it. But as long as you know where it can mess up, you'll be fine. And you learn that from experience. As they're issuing updates, things are getting better and better and better. And something I want to talk about now is the driver is always in control. When you have full self-driving enabled and active, and you're using full self-driving, you want to grab the steering wheel, you decide you want to pull over, anything, autopilot will disengage, you will have full control. Tap on the brake, press on the brake pedal a little bit, autopilot is disengaged, you have full control. While full self-driving is enabled, you can tap on the accelerator, which in gas-powered cars you call it gas pedal, a little bit. That's not going to disengage full self-driving, but it will override the acceleration that full self-driving is providing, if that makes sense. So full self-driving going on 38, 39 right now, and I press on the gas pedal or accelerator, it will go past that. Let me show you. So it's 42 right now. I'm going to press it, see? And I let it go. Now it's going to slow down. It's going with the flow of the traffic. As you can see, I'm still the slow one. Everyone else ahead of me. Maybe faster, but yep. See, lowered. The way it's driving, look at the roads. Perfect. And another thing is, if you have sunglasses on and they're really dark, this camera cannot see your eyes, then it's going to ask you to apply some force on the steering wheel a little bit. And once you do, then it turns on this mode. So if I block that camera right now, it's going to ask me to apply some force on the steering wheel. You know what? Let's do that experiment, okay? So I'm going to block this camera with my hand right now. Or actually, you know what? Let's just use the visor. Why use hand? So I'm blocking it. So now that camera cannot see my eyes. So in a short while, you're going to see like a notification show up here, camera blocked or attention monitoring disabled or something of that sort. See, apply slight force to the steering wheel. So I'm going to apply it. I did. Now it says FSD supervised enabled or something. And it's going to keep doing that. Same thing happens when you have anything that's blocking your eyes, like for instance, sunglasses or iPad. Why would you put iPad on your eyes? But you might have your own reason, you know. Not the kind of iPad you're thinking, Apple fanboys. Just kidding. But yeah. I know you cannot see beyond the camera lens, but everyone has tons of decorations here because Christmas is literally around the corner. 16 minutes left and I'm gonna get to my home with 49% battery left, 8.2 miles to go. All the hills, all the plants, trees, they're all green. Usually when it doesn't rain for a long time, like in summer, all the hills are going to turn brown. It increases the risk of fire as well. So here at this traffic signal, we can either turn right or keep going straight. Sometimes Tesla turns right, sometimes keeps going straight. Today I decided to keep going straight. I think that's based on the real-time traffic conditions. When I get close to my house, like a couple miles away, then I will at least stop the video, right? So do that.